In this video, I'll be talking about 7 mistakes that people make on their resume that cost them their jobs. In my case, it cost me about 1,000 jobs. At this point, you're probably thinking, how come I'm applying to all these jobs? I have applied to 1,000 jobs and now don't reply back. Well, it's because the recruiters or the employer has about 5 seconds to review your resume. And you're wondering why only 5 seconds? It's only because you're not the only candidate who is applying to this specific job. There could be another 500, 1,000 people applying to this opportunity. And they don't have hours, weeks, or years to review all of the candidates, all of their resumes. That's why you have only 5 seconds to impress them. A mistake number 1 is that not tailoring your resume to a specific job. So let's say right now you're applying for a web developer front-end position. And let's say on your resume right now you have listed all kinds of web developer languages. And we know that web development has a really big set of languages. You have Python, you have PHP, you have JavaScript, Ruby on Rails. The list is long. If you're applying for a front-end position, well, you probably need to be very, very specific on what it is that you have done already, right? Or projects or languages. So instead of saying, Python, Ruby on Rails, PHP, you probably want to say JavaScript, React, Vue.js. You want to list out the languages, the projects that are pointing specifically towards front-end development. Also, guys, quick pause. I have a very, very important announcement to make, and that is recently one of my subscribers messaged me saying that he finally got a developer job thanks to my videos. His name is Adrian, right there. Congratulations, Adrian. Woohoo! Here at DevPool, well, it's just me. I'm very, very happy for you. I'm very excited for you. I really wish you best of luck. And I hope that as you're working at that company, whatever videos I'm making, they'll still be helping you. And let us know how is it going at their first employment. And for a lot of you out there that are watching, I hope I'm helping you. And I hope that you are getting very, very close getting your first developer job. Shout out, like this video if that is the case. If not, we'll keep on working on it. Mistake number 2, not highlighting your technical skills properly. So when you're highlighting your technical skills, well, number 1, make sure you're very, very specific on what it is that you're highlighting, that it is pointing towards front-end development. Number 2, make sure that it is clear that it's on the first page and not maybe somewhere at the bottom, somewhere at the top, because again, this is going to be your first job, right? And you do want to make sure that you have listed them at the top. So me, when I look at your resume, I see exactly what it is that you know, what you don't know, and that way it's going to be easier for me just to compare. Mistake number 3, not using the appropriate keywords in your resume. When recruiters will finding me on LinkedIn, for example, they'll tell me, oh, Artem, this is an amazing opportunity that I have for you, XYZ, right? And I'll just ask them a question, how do they find me? Well, since my profile is on LinkedIn, they'll be telling me, yeah, my keywords were like, let's say, Vue.js, React, Node.js, right? But since I have mentioned those technical skills within the jobs I was in, within just technical section in general, the chances of them finding me are much, much higher because that technical skill is been repeated multiple times. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to repeat a skill over and over again. It doesn't work that way. What works is it needs to make sense. Or did you use it within this project or not? A mistake number 4 that I have seen people make is that not tidying up their resume. I've seen in the past where the person will apply to a specific job and they had 10 pages of their resume. And when I was looking at it, first, wow, and the second, why do you have so much information there? Because they'll be listing so many technical projects, so many things that even related to the job they're applying for. So when I was looking at it, I'm like, well, this is all complete garbage. Well, what you need is just one page listing out all the critical things that are pointing towards this job. So make sure that you have one page and it's only consists of the skills, things that are pointing towards this specific job you're applying for, nothing else. A mistake number 5 that I've seen people do is not highlighting the details of their project. So let's say right now you're applying to this front-end position and you know the details of it, you know exactly what it is that requires from you. And if you look at your projects right now that you have built in the past, are they reflecting to the job description you're applying for? If they are, but you haven't specified any of those things in there, well, start doing that right now. This is your time right now to change your resume and specify what are the things you did within this project that can reflect to the job you're applying for. Because me as a tech person or a recruiter looking at your resume, will see you worked on the project X, right? From a technical point of view, I might know what is that you did, right? Technically, but I'm not going to be guessing what work you did. That's why it's good for you to underline, to show those things to me, to a recruiter, what is that you did and how is it relevant to the job you're applying for. A mistake number 6 that I've seen people make is that not making their resume consistent. And by that, I mean sometimes when I look at the first page, they have listed out, let's say, their first job, right? And when I look at the second job that they've been at, it doesn't look the same as in where they have listed the date, the company name, the job duties. It's just that it look the same anymore. And when I'll go to a different section, it looks completely different. So when you are submitting your resume, make sure it's clean, it's consistent, and the theme doesn't change when you go from one page to another. A mistake number 7 that even I've made in the past, and that is not having online presence. And for me personally, I didn't have a website, I didn't have a LinkedIn, I didn't have a GitHub account, I had nothing. So when I was submitting it, I'm surprised I even got a job back then, but that is something that you do want to have, because today when I look at many other candidates, they already have that. They have those online presence. So today, if you don't have this type of information or those type of things on your resume, so the chances of you being noticed are a little bit lower. So these are the 7 mistakes that I have seen from people when they submit their resumes, and also for you to know, because when you do submit your resume to a specific job, the one thing we forget is that we're not the only people out there. There could be another thousands of people that are submitting their resume for one specific job, and for us to stand out, it's going to be, well, very difficult, right? Because recruiters or employers will have only a couple of seconds to glance at your resume, and if they can find what they're looking for, then they'll just throw it in the garbage. So again, having a very clean, simple resume is very crucial, important, because that is your first point of contact, and you want to impress them with the right resume. Thanks for checking out the video. If you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.